The weekend is here, and that means it is time for our family-friendly movie reviews. For that, we turn to Bob Waliszewski with Focus on the Family's Plugged In Online. So, Bob, let's start with the new PG-rated animation called Zootopia. What'd you think?
Hi, Ephraim. Well, Zootopia is a Disney film, as you said, rated PG. It's a cute little film about a bunny named Judy Hopps. We find out that Judy has always longed to be a police officer, and she becomes the first police officer in Zootopia, a metropolis with tall and small mammals that all get along. She goes from being parking meter maid, which is what they essentially assign her, these alpha males at the office, to getting a chance to work on a big plot. We gave it a 4 out of 5, which is a pretty good score. But in that point knockoff, I need to point out that they do visit a nudist colony. With the animals, there's absolutely nothing to see or expose. But it's still, some parents will go, do I really even want my kids having to joke about that? And some will go, oh, I think we can work through that. I do want to say that the funniest scene in the whole movie you can get for free on YouTube. They show up at the DMV, and all the people at DMV are sloths, and they work ever so slowly.
Well, you know, Eddie the Eagle landed in theaters last weekend, and it seems like an inspirational one. I've heard some good things about it. How does it rank for families?
Boy, it is inspirational. I mean, most of us can remember the 1988 Calgary Olympics when Eddie the Eagle Edwards, actually made Britain's ski jumping team. Well, how did he do that? Because Britain didn't have a ski jumping team. It was about a guy who wanted to be an Olympian, and he became an Olympian. And that is encouraging and inspiring. I will say that Hugh Jackman's character in this movie has one scene, a disappointing innuendo scene. We knocked it down 2 points. We went from a 5 that could have been a 4 or 4.5 to a 3 with that innuendo, which was disappointing. So it's on the bubble. But I will say there is some disappointing, that disappointing scene there.
Well, finally, Risen is in theaters throughout this Easter season. Bob, how has it been doing at the box office so far?
Well, opening weekend, it made nearly $12 million. Of course, folks at Affirm would have loved to have made $50 million. Who wouldn't? They made another $7 million over the weekend last weekend. With Easter season still coming, with the film getting a lot of good word-of-mouth buzz, I think the film's going to have some legs, at least for a couple more weeks. And I think for the folks at Affirm, they're going to be happy. And for those that are listening, if they haven't seen it, this is a film to consider going to see because from a skeptic's point of view, a Roman tribune who doesn't believe that the Jesus that he saw die on the cross could possibly be alive, even though he's heard the rumor, as he checks it out CSI style, he goes from skeptic to believer. It's a pretty encouraging film.
Indeed it is, Bob. Thank you so much.
You betcha, Ephraim.